So right now we got this order for this customer. This is the McDonald's on Fletcher, notorious for bullshitting their ways out of situations. I got an order here for a customer, and they're trying to say that they don't have an order on their screen. First of all, that's bullshit, because anytime you get an order from DoorDash, it's not gonna vanish or disappear. The order is on the system. So I asked the person on the intercom, I said, if there's an order on my phone and the customer has not canceled, that means the order is still active. If the order is not canceled from you, which is the merchant, McDonald's on Fletcher, then if you guys didn't cancel the order, it's still on your system. Which means that if it's still on your system, that means that I'm going to get the order and it's still going to show it on my phone. The only way it wouldn't show it on my phone is if the merchant cancels or the customer cancels. Neither one has canceled. So he tried to tell me that he can't see it on his screen, which is bullshit. The thing is that this line is massively long, and he doesn't want to fulfill DoorDash orders because they have a busy drive-thru. So then I said, so are you guys not doing DoorDash orders? Because last time I checked, DoorDash is 24/7. And he's like, oh, well, it's that we had a bunch of other DoorDash orders and we already completed those, but we're not doing any more. And I'm like, okay, so if you're not completing anymore, then turn it off so that you guys are not receiving the orders from the customer. And you're also, at the same time, you're not taking people's money and then it has to be refunded. You know what I'm saying? And so I think a lot of merchants are doing this shit so that when they receive these orders, since they're not putting the cancellation in, what happens is by them not putting the cancellation in, their numbers look like they're generating. Their numbers are going to look like they're generating more income than what they're actually generating. And so it looks like their revenue and their sales is going up. And so if it's a shitty place, then that helps them to look better by the sales and the revenues going up. Because more than likely, a lot of these orders, when it comes to the ledgers and the bookkeeping, they're more than likely not reporting or not keeping, a lot of the tabs on the refunds and the cancellations. So it looks like McDonald's is making more money, and therefore their location looks better, when it comes time for management to review the numbers. And this is off topic, but I say that because it happens way too much, and there's got to be like a bigger theme and a bigger scheme behind why so many merchants, specifically like McDonald's, do this shit all the time. And I told him, I was like, well, if you're not accepting orders and you already completed the other DoorDash orders, then why is it that you can't just complete this order? And he's like, because there's nothing on his screen. And I'm like, well, listen, if you just want to say that you're no longer doing orders because you guys have already completed the other ones and you don't want to do any more orders because the line is packed, it got like 12 to 15 cars and you guys don't have enough staff members, then that's perfectly fine. But turn the fucking system off. You know what I'm saying? I told him straight, I said, listen, and I told him respectfully with no cursing. I'm cursing on here, but I told him respectfully, like, yo, you got people driving 15, 20, 25 minutes away. I don't get paid if I don't complete the order. So by getting the order canceled, that means that I don't get my money. And that means you just wasted my time, my gas, and my energy to drive all the way over here because either you guys just decided to stop taking DoorDash orders or someone doesn't know how to turn the system off so that it no longer gets incoming orders. And then he told me, he says, he's like, because it's not that we're not doing the orders, it's that we've already done the orders from before. Okay, well, if you've already done the orders from before, that means that your system isn't having issues, and that means that you're receiving the orders, and that means that you do have this order in your system. But because I can't physically see it, you're going to just finesse me and bullshit me and lie to me and say, well, it's not on my system. There's no way for it not to be on your system. It's going to just vanish and disappear, but yet it's on my phone and it's on the customer's phone. There's no way that's going to happen. The only way it would happen is if you cancel. And if you were to cancel that order, it would disappear then from my phone as well and from the customer phone. So, this McDonald's on Fletcher, this is another bad location. This one's really bad for the DoorDash platform. And a lot of people always complain as well about this location. So, we've got to get this one off the platform. This one is an absolute waste of time. This one always either overcooks your food, burns it, or forgets an item. And they always are notorious, no matter what time of the day, to make some bullshit excuse about not doing the DoorDash order, because when they're backed up on their lines, they figure the customers that are on DoorDash don't matter, don't give a shit. Like, they figure because they figure, well, if you're ordering DoorDash, it's easier to just get rid of them than to get rid of the people that are online that are waiting to eat. So you know what? If your drive-thru is packed and you can't handle the bulk of both the DoorDash platform and you can't handle also the drive-thru, then you guys have to reevaluate and reconsider who is working there as staff members, and also maybe reconsider removing yourself from the platform, because it doesn't do DoorDash any justification, or us as a DoorDash employee any justification, I should say, as a subcontractor, because we're not employees, but it doesn't do anybody any justice, and it frustrates the customer, because the customer is here waiting and it says, oh yeah, you'll get your order in 30 minutes. And then the dasher shows up, and then the merchant doesn't want to fulfill the order, or they delay the order, or they wait till the DoorDash gets there to prepare the order, which causes frustration, issues, and delays for everyone. For the company of DoorDash, for the contractors, us, the DoorDashers, and then for the customer. And then what's going to suck now is that they want me to reach out to the customer and be the bad guy and say, well, you know what? Unfortunately, this order cannot be completed because McDonald's decided to be a fuckboy, and they want me to be the messenger and basically get shot, not literally shot, but figuratively shot, get shot in the head for the situation. And that's another thing that I don't like, is that the merchants, they want to fuck up and they want to cause delays, and then on top of that, not give you the food. And then they don't want to take the responsibility of contacting the damn customer and saying, yo, we can't fulfill it. Sorry, we're backed up. But you want us to do the dirty work. We're not here to do your fucking dirty work. You know what I'm saying? And that's aggravating. That's very aggravating, that y'all don't want to help us complete our job, complete our task, and get the customer the food, but yet you still want us to do your dirty work. So you won't help us do the right thing, but you want us to do the wrong thing for you, and you're not compensating us jack shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not compensating us anything for doing that dirty work for you. So that don't make no sense. That's a bunch of BS, straight up bullshit.